Now, as sugar settles, or these cells that have sugar, they start to settle on this blood vessel wall. They start to attract other sticky cells. And now we form these lumps in the blood vessel. Because these are attracting each cell. Any cell that is passing in is attracted by these sticky cells. It sticks on it, sticks on it, sticks on it. Now we have these lumps all over the blood vessel. Inside the blood vessel, we have these small lumps. Those lumps are now starting to narrow the diameter of the blood vessel. All right? Now, on the blood vessel, as they stick here, they make the wall start to become thick, 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 thick. That thickening and narrowing of blood vessels is what we call atherosclerosis. Now realize, we are also trapping red blood cells. So we are making them very sluggish. And these blood cells, these red blood cells, are supposed to actually carry oxygen to the tissues. So we have actually already reduced, not only have we reduced the diameter, the reduced blood amount that is going to the tissues, we have also reduced the amount of red blood cells that are sending every oxygen into the tissues. Now the tissues start to struggle because they don't have oxygen. They start to struggle because there's limited blood flow towards those tissues. So therefore, nutrition is limited. If there's an injury in those tissues, the healing process is very low and very slow, because sugar is also trapping the white blood cells, and for them to flow towards the wounds for healing is a long time. That's why most diabetics have problems with wound healing, because sugar traps the white blood cells. And now as the sugar settles on this blood vessel wall, it starts to cause the corrosion, rusting, corroding the levels of these endothelial cells. They are being corroded. And as the corrosion happens, what do we expect? A reduction in LPS, the lipoprotein lipase enzyme. Therefore, any fat that is in blood will survive. And because we have these lumps in the blood vessels and we are narrowing the diameter, any fat globule can actually clog the smallest artery. So those small arteries, because realize, we start with a bigger artery and then it decussates into smaller arteries so that it can actually supply the heart muscles. So the coronary arteries are very small arteries that supply the heart muscles. So therefore, these smaller arteries, if they have those lumps inside them, they can easily clog. And as they clog, there is limited blood flow towards the heart muscles. Now we are causing ourselves a condition called a heart attack, myocardial infarction. It starts with angina pectoris. Angina pectoris is basically when you have that limited blood flow and then you start having pains, the chest pains that radiates to the left hand and to the back. That's angina. And then from there, as it dies completely, we have a heart attack, because infarction means death, necrosis. So now we have a heart attack. The heart is not functioning. So then how do you blame the heart? How did you even find a place to call it a heart disease instead of calling it a vascular disease?